Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ahad Raza, and today we're going to talk about length hitting. Now, if you haven't checked out James Willstrop's fantastic series on the importance of length hitting, I would highly encourage you to check it out. You know, let's start with the very basics. What is a good length? A good length is any shot, really, that's coming into the back of the court that gets past your opponent, allows you to get back to the tee, and forces your opponent off the tee effectively. Now, there are many ways to hit a good length. We have this massive front wall for a reason. You can hit a good length by hitting low and hard. You can hit mid-height, medium pace. You can hit up high and use the entire front wall at varying paces and heights and get the ball into the back of the court. Now, what is a good target for your length? Most people put a shoe somewhere over here behind the back of the service box. This target varies depending on the height on the front wall. So if you actually go low on the front wall and instead you shift your target forward a little bit, so near the back end of the service box, and you hit with pace, you're going to find that second bounce sitting down in the back, which would be an example of an attacking length. However, if you hit the ball high and softer on the front wall, you might have that first bounce somewhere behind the back of the service box, and you might still get the ball sitting down in the back of the court as an attacking length, even though it's technically what most people would describe as a defensive shot. So the real key component here is, can you vary your length? Can you vary and adjust the way you hit the ball on the front wall to get the same outcome, which is having that ball sit down effectively in the back corner, especially when you want to hit attacking length. Now, if you want to hit rallying length or defensive length, you might not actually want that second bounce fading in that back corner, but that's for another time. So let's give you a quick example of what it might look like when you are using varying heights and varying paces to have the ball sit down in the back corner. So folks, let's give you an example of what this looks like and how you can practice it. You're just going to hit some drives from the back of the court, and what I'm really going to try and do here is mix up the height and the pace on the front wall and then assess the second bounce in the back. The way I like to do this is hit 2 or 3 drives to myself first, and this is going to be my feed, and then can I use some height and get that second bounce in the back corner. Now obviously that one just touched the outline, but you get the point. So let's see if I can go a little bit lower on the front wall, like there, and get that second bounce by that back nick. That was not as tight as I would like, so again, that's another adjustment I'm looking to make. And then finally, let's see if I can hit it a little bit lower, so just under that service line, and get that second bounce bouncing in that back nick. So now let's make it a bit more dynamic. So this is a way that you can practice it. So I might come further back in the court. I can do this off the back glass as well. The ball needs to be nice and warm to be able to do this, obviously, but let's give it a try. So I'm going to overhit 1, and let's try to hit it softer, and second bounce in the back nick. Let's try to hit it with a bit more pace. That's an overhit drive. That's not exactly what I'm looking for. Let's try to get that pace again. 1, 2, a little bit short, but let's try a medium pace shot now. And 2 in the back nick. So again, if you can learn how to control height and pace on the front wall and adjust your target in the back, you are going to be miles ahead of the competition. Now again, check out James Willstrop's playlist on length hitting if you want to learn more about all of the nuances that he thought about with Malcolm Willstrop, his dad obviously, who's now passed. You're going to learn a ton about length hitting from that. Check it out, leave a comment below, give the video a thumbs up if you do in fact like it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Take care, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.